Today on Channel A, the ice storm earlier this week caused ASU to cancel morning classes.
And a new brewery that runs on green technology opens up in the high country.
Plus, official numbers are in for the 15th annual Polar Plunge last Thursday. I'm Taylor Hauk.
And I'm Amber Marshall.
We hope you tune in weekly for reviews of events of ASU. Apple Cart Watauga County Public Transportation System is expecting more funding after seeing an 18% increase of ridership over the last year. The bus system saw approximately 10,000 passenger increase after adding the purple and silver route. Apple Cart is looking for funding to cover the extra fees from the increase. Most of the bus system funding is federal grant money from state and local partners like the university, town, and county.
U.S. Small Business Administration is still offering loans for the victims of the flood on January 30th. The organization has temporarily closed its Boone office, but victims in Watauga County have up to 7 weeks to apply for these loans. The SBA offers 3 different types of loans, including home disaster loans for homeowners and renters, business physical disaster loans available to private, nonprofit organizations like charities and churches, and economic injury loans for small businesses. The SBA encourages apartment owners to apply for these as well as small businesses. More bad weather came to Boone earlier this week, but instead of just rain, this time it was freezing rain. Monday night, freezing rain coated Appalachian's campus, causing ASU to cancel some classes. Channel A's Bradley Wilser found out Apple Cart's plan is during bad weather.
Appalachian State canceled classes yet again on Tuesday morning because of bad weather. All classes before 11 were called off due to massive amounts of ice. The entire campus was frozen over, making transportation quite the challenge. And since only the early classes were canceled, many students still had to brave the frigid rain and ice.
Today there were some spots where it was pretty slick, and I didn't know that it was raining also, so that added in because you're having to battle the rain and the wind and then also pay attention to where you're walking.
This girl that's my neighbor in the apartment was walking outside. She was going down the steps and slipped up the steps and bruised her tailbone. Yeah, she actually went to the doctor.
While walking through the rain and up slippery steps can be tricky, the biggest concern is the condition of the roads. Since so many students rely on Apple Cart to get to campus, whether or not these buses are able to operate safely plays a major role in the decision to cancel classes. Vice Chancellor of Business Affairs Greg Lovins consults with Apple Cart before making a decision.
Usually first thing of a morning, he calls ASU Police Department, contacts them, contacts me, we get together, we assess the road conditions, and he makes a decision on whether or not we're going to be on the delayed schedule or closed for the day. An average bus could cost anywhere from $250,000 to $450,000, and a life, you cannot put a price on a life. So yes, we do cancel a lot more than we used to.
Reporting for Channel A, I'm Bradley Wilser.
The 15th annual Polar Plunge raised more than $6,000 for the Watauga County Olympics last Thursday. The top fundraising groups were a sports management class and a team from ROTC, both raising over $1,000. The Polar Plunge raised more than $90,000 for Watauga County Special Olympics since its introduction, and it's one of App State's largest fundraisers.
The university's team for the 2014 Solar Decathlon in France will unveil their design within the next 2 weeks. The Solar Decathlon is an international event where teams from around the world design a solar-powered, sustainable home and complete in 10 different measures of attributes. App State competed in the national event in 2011 and won the People's Choice Award. The project will include more than 200 ASU students from across several different departments. There's a new reason for beer connoisseurs and nonprofit organizations in the High Country to celebrate. Not only is the new Appalachian Mountain Brewery in its first of its kind in its area, it's believed in the importance of using green technology as well. Channel A's Matthew McClellan found out why the town of Boone is welcoming the new business.
The place is something different that Boone doesn't have.
Appalachian Mountain Brewery. For beer enthusiasts, it's a spot to gather and taste. For Sean Spiegelman, it's a one-time dream that is now a reality.
It's a very humbling experience for us as entrepreneurs to come up with an idea and be willing to take the risk to see it through fruition.
That idea was of a place in Boone where the art of giving back and the craft of microbrewing could come together under one roof.
I think it makes everybody happy when they come in and they have this wonderful place to hang out, and every time that the handle's poured, they say, man, I just gave to charity.
Every beer on tap is named after a local nonprofit where a percentage of the money is donated.
A portion of the proceeds from the Black Gold Porter goes toward Appalachian Voices to reduce the impact of coal mining.
We'll be doing more and more for different nonprofits and causes that are out there in the high country.
Spiegelman's business model would be incomplete without the element of sustainability.
So we're trying to take everything that we have and we're trying to close the circle in everything that we do.
Closing the circle means donating used grain from the brewing process to local farms.
That's another way of taking something that's basically a waste product and turning it into something that is going to be good for somebody else to use.
The brewery is powered by solar panels. It includes 2 rain gardens to collect runoff and a bike barn for a carbon-free commute. But the thing that has everyone talking is the beer itself.
People in Boone have palates that are kind of geared towards hoppy beers and also the malty beers.
Along with those flavors, Spiegelman's goal is for people to find an experience.
Hang out, drink a good beer, enjoy a good social meeting place, meet new faces.
As Appalachian Mountain Brewery continues to give back to the community, Spiegelman hopes students and locals return to his gathering place again and again. Reporting for Channel A News, I'm Matthew McClellan.
App State students their plans for spring break.
And stay tuned to hear about the snow coming tonight and continuing through the weekend.
That's low. That's low and below. Look, he's blushing. Seriously. So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Spring break starts next Friday, March 8th, and will continue until March 18th. Channel A's Caitlin Rail found out what students are planning on doing during their week-long vacation.
With spring break just around the corner, we went out and asked Appalachian students how they were going to spend their week off.
I plan on going home to Belmont, North Carolina, and I will work at the YMCA with my kids.
I work at Subway, my job, so make some money.
My plans for spring break are I'm going to go home to Raleigh, work at Indian restaurant, and jam with my band back at home.
I'm going to go to Bald Head Island and hang out with some of my friends for a week.
5-day backpacking and multi-pitch climbing trip in South Pisgah over spring break. We're going down to Cedar Rock.
That's awesome.
Yeah, do some camping, hiking, climbing.
I'm doing the ASE program, and I'm going to the Dominican Republic to work at a children's hospital for spring break.
I'm going to be teaching martial arts to kids and adults in Apex.
I'm going home for a couple of days and then coming back and just working, so nothing big.
Going to Nashville. Me and my buddy are driving down there and hopefully getting some songs cut and writing some songs with some people there. And going to Randy Travis on Friday night, the Naked Marauder.
I'm going to Florida to visit my best friend.
I'm not sure yet. Maybe beach camping or really just relaxing. Take some time off school is always a good time.
Snow has been in the forecast all week. How are conditions now, Matthew?
Thanks, Taylor. Looking at this weekend, it's not going to be a nice weekend. We've got a high of 36 tonight with a low of 19, 80% of chance of precipitation tonight. So you can expect it to be very, very cold, very, very wet, and lots of snow. There's a winter weather advisory in effect until 6 p.m. tomorrow, so stay off the roads if you don't have four-wheel drive. Put chains on your tires, do something, but be very, very careful if you're getting out. This weekend would be a good time to stay in, read a book, watch a movie, maybe catch up on some of that homework you've been procrastinating. So again, do not get out tonight. Tomorrow it's going to be the same exact thing, 36 degrees with a low in the upper teens, an 80% chance of precipitation on Saturday. And then on Sunday we might get a little bit of sunshine, but still very, very cold, a high of 34. Looking at our 5-day forecast, we've got, again, on Saturday, 36 degrees for the high, 19 for the low. Sunday's going to be a little bit warmer, a little bit sunnier, I should say, 34 degrees for the high and 21 degrees for the low. On Monday, going to be partly cloudy with the chance of precipitation then as well, 46 for the high. That's going to feel practically like springtime, a low of 23. And then on Tuesday, chance of precipitation again, 39 for the high, 27 for the low. And then on Wednesday, partly cloudy, a high of 37 and a low of 27. Back to you, Amber and Taylor.
After the break, Will Long will tell you about the biggest game of the season for App State basketball.
Takeout meals for just $12.99. Call them.
Sherry Pearson. You are the sole surviving heir of the King of Montonopolis, and you are now worth $45 million.
I'm rich! This can't be real.
Of course it's not real. Come on. Having money isn't about luck. Like that takeout meal. Cook at home instead, you can save thousands a year. Feed me.
Feed the pig. Packers. Viking. Packers. Viking. Viking.
Red state, blue state, vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown. Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities,
Live
our families,
united.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
The Mountaineers knocked off Samford Thursday night in a crucial SoCon men's basketball matchup. The Mountaineers had as much as a 12-point lead in the first half, but Samford fought back and took the lead early in the second. Samford had an 8-point lead with just 4 minutes left, but clutch baskets from App's Jamal Trice, Nate Healy, and Jay Canny tied the game and forced one of 2 overtime periods. In the first overtime, Appalachian and Samford combined for only 4 points, and a game tied at 61 forced a second overtime. In the second overtime, it was kicked off quickly as Jamal Trice nailed a 3 to give the Mountaineers the lead. App led by 3 with 19 seconds to go and had the ball after a Nate Healy offensive rebound, but a turnover by Mike Neal gave the Samford Bulldogs one more chance to tie. A Connor Miller 3 that was missed for the Bulldogs, Appalachian was able to pull off one of 2 crucial games to end the season. Samford entered the contest with a 1-game lead on the Mountaineers in the SoCon North standings, but with Appalachian's victory, the Mountaineers now hold the tiebreaker and the second spot in the SoCon North, in addition to the last bye in the Southern Conference Tournament next week. App State faces off against Chattanooga on Saturday at 2 on Senior Day, and it will be the most important game of the year with all of the tournament implications. Chattanooga defeated Appalachian earlier this season 91-88 in overtime. This time around, the message is simple for the Black and Gold: win and you have the bye.
Will, why is it so important for us to get a bye this week?
It's extremely important because as long as the Southern Tournament has been around, it's the oldest college basketball tournament in the country. No team has ever won the conference tournament without getting a bye in that first round. So if Appalachian is banking on history, they need to get that bye.
Right, right. So learning from the past.
Right.
Okay.
I bet our seniors can bring us through.
Well, after the break, ASU has a new app for your smartphone that keeps students safe.
Say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now. No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. To motivate some magic, to change the writing on the wall, and make it
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Appalachian State has recently introduced a new phone application that strives to keep its students safe. If you need information on student health and safety, or you're concerned about the well-being of a friend, App Cares provides you with the resources and contacts to help. The app includes safety, police, counseling, and assault and suicide hotline information. App Cares is a free application and is available on any smartphone. You can also visit appcares.appstate.edu for more information. So next week, we're all going on spring break. Are you doing anything fun, Matt?
I'm going to be working, unfortunately, so it's not going to be a tropical week for me, but talking about this weekend, it's really not going to be a good situation for anybody without four-wheel drive. So I would advise anybody who doesn't have four-wheel drive on their car to stay in. There's a winter weather advisory until 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
So lots of snow, lots of ice. In the high elevations, we're looking at 2 to 5 inches. So I would say stay in, read a book, work on a project, do a puzzle, do something. Don't go outside. It's not going to be pretty.
And then get out of town next week for spring break, some warmer weather.
That's the promised land. There we go.
Oh. Well, thank you so much for tuning into Channel A. Catch us again the week after spring break on March 22nd.